James Maddison open to Arsenal transfer. The transfer window is open and Arsenal need to make some signings. But could the blockbuster move of James Maddison to Arsenal be on? Also, let's get an update on Andre Onana's potential move from Ajax. And what else is happening at Arsenal? Join me today in the latest episode of The Transfers FC. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Baz14 and welcome back to your boys channel. While we are on the topic of James Maddison, let me know your thoughts down below on the player, and if Arsenal are to spend 60 to 70 million pounds on him, is it the right option, or are there other attacking midfielders that you guys have in mind that you want to see Arsenal sign? But let's get straight into this. What is going on with James Maddison and his Arsenal potential transfer? Man like James in the car, and I don't want to get Arsenal fans too excited, but we do have some breaking news coming from the GOAT, the AFC Bell, as they have confirmed that despite signing a new contract last summer, James Maddison's camp is not closing the door of the idea of him leaving Leicester City this summer. He understands that members of the player's camp have notified Arsenal that the player is open to a new challenge if a suitable offer arrives this summer. So James Maddison is open to leaving Leicester and, most importantly, open to coming to Arsenal. And this is massive news, because as a lot of rival fans say, why would James Maddison downgrade to Arsenal? If the player had no intentions of leaving Leicester City this summer, he would have told his agent to tell the AFC about that this move is not happening. So James Maddison is giving us hope that if Arsenal can put in the right offer to Leicester, then this deal is more than possible in terms of happening, and the player is open to coming to the mighty Arsenal. The AFC Bell also says the general impression that we get every time we talk to those close to James Maddison or those close to the club is that this deal, despite its difficulty, it's not impossible and it's not dead before its birth. The interest is mutual between two parties, and the feeling we got does not indicate the club is despairing of his chances and fortunes. And as the Bell says there and there, the feeling is mutual. Okay, let's just hold it right there. If you guys can go down there and smash a like on the video, and while you are down there, press that subscribe button as well. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, so much appreciation. Arsenal would not be pursuing James Maddison if they didn't think they had a chance of signing the player. And so to the Leicester City fans that have been talking on social media, I respect your club massively, but a lot of people seem to forget that we are still Arsenal Football Club and we are still a gargantuan institution. Leicester right now may be the better team, but we are by far the bigger club. Arsenal is a massive brand across the world, and just look at you guys. You guys are watching from across the world, from Africa to America to Australia, all across. It's international FC. And so with all due respect to Leicester City, they just do not have that same size of brand, and that brand is enticing for players to join, especially as they look to grow their own brands out to make themselves superstar players and world renowned. Also, in terms of Mikel Arteta last summer, he convinced Thomas Partey the Arsenal was the place for him, and so if we can put the right project forward to James Maddison, James is coming to Arsenal as long as Arsenal pay the money to Leicester. Even if James Maddison is open to joining Arsenal, it does not mean the deal is going to happen like that, because Arsenal still need to do the hardest part, which is agreeing a fee with Leicester, who are a notoriously hard club to negotiate with. This could be 60 million pounds up to 70 million pounds, and who's to say Leicester won't ask for more? And one thing Leicester do quite often is they ask for a lot of money up front, and this is why the money, the cashola, it's the key to this transfer potentially happening. And so in terms of Arsenal fans, let's buckle our seatbelts and look back from a distance and see what roller coaster Arsenal put for us in this James Maddison potential Arsenal transfer. We'll see how things develop. If it came down to paying 60 to 70 million pounds of the Queen's Great British money, do you think this would be a wise investment? And how much would you be willing to pay for James Maddison? The Mail have reported that Arsenal are preparing to launch a £20 million bid for Lyon star Houssem Aouar. It is deja vu season at Arsenal, but in terms of the source, the Mail, they are very hit and miss when it comes to Arsenal transfers. And in terms of the player here, as big as a fan as I am of Aouar, right now I think this rumour here is just a bit of waffle from the reporters trying to get Arsenal fans a bit excited or to get a few little clicks, because so far there's not been any other proper reliable sources even claiming that Arsenal hold some level of interest in this player for this summer transfer window. But a fee of £20 million for a quality player like Houssem Aouar is a potential bargain in the making. And so if it came down to it, would you rather pay the £20-25 million for Houssem Aouar, or the big money for James Maddison, the Premier League youth proven player instead? Or are you greedy just like your boy and you want to see somehow both players at Arsenal? It's a dream, but let us dream. According to Tom Hopkins, Paris Saint-Germain is preparing to compete with Arsenal by signing Brighton defender Ben White. Pochettino has been a big fan of his loan period at Leeds. Oh no. In terms of Arsenal right now, they have made a bid for Ben White. They've prepared a second offer for Ben White as well. And right now they are negotiating the deal. But when you spend time negotiating and not giving the club the money they want, it gives other clubs like PSG and other Premier League giants that might want this player time to make a more enticing offer to the club and potentially snatch the player out of Arsenal's hands. But then saying that, it's been reported by Chris Wheatley, the Gunners are expected to sign Ben White from Brighton this summer. So far Arsenal remain favourites to sign the centre back. But as I said, for Arsenal, be careful with your negotiations. I know that man like Richard Garlick wants to negotiate the price down as much as possible. And ask yourselves the question, if you can save a few £1,000,000, then why not? But overall, I don't want to see this transfer drag out too long because we've got so many other players to sign and other transfer targets to negotiate. But what is the max amount of money that you would be paid for Ben White? Is it £40 million? Is it 45? Or are you going upwards of £50 million? It is a lot of money, so let me know down below. And moving on to Andre Onana and his potential Arsenal transfer. Oh no, when is this happening, Arsenal? Because right now I'm getting very impatient. But today we do have an update from Fabrizio Romano, and he has said on Arsenal's interest in Andre Onana, they like the player, he is a serious opportunity but it's not advanced or closed yet. So now Arsenal will talk with the people close to Onana, with his agent, to understand the situation, but it's not done yet. But why isn't it done yet? We know the price is £9 million, and for Arsenal that's light work, that's light change. Onana has to be our number one goalkeeping priority this summer. He's available for a transfer. Ajax are open to selling the player. We have got the response from the court and his ban and his appeal. So frankly, I don't understand why Arsenal are not getting this deal just over the line and putting us out of our misery. And just like with Ben White in this transfer as well, the longer Arsenal wait, the more top clubs will look into this and try to join Arsenal in the race to sign Andre Onana. And the moment a Champions League club comes in for Onana, then it is game, set and match, because then we are going to be in a lot of trouble. But once again, it's over to Richard Garlick, who is negotiating this transfer. Let's pay Ajax the money, let's agree the personal terms and bring Cameroonian's finest goalkeeper to the Emirates Stadium. New coming out of Italy that Arsenal have allegedly made a proposal to Lazio on Lucas Torreira plus 15 and 20 million euros for Joaquin Correa, which would suit all involved. Potentially £17 million plus a player, an international player like Lucas Torreira for Joaquin Correa. No, that's way too much to offer. Now, I'm not against Torreira leaving Arsenal, and I'm also not against a potential straight swap deal, but if you're going to pay them money, don't pay them £17 million on top of the player. That's just all for negotiating. Richard Garlick bread, what are you doing, my guy? And Sky in Italy have also confirmed the report saying that Lazio have open talks to sign Lucas Torreira, and Arsenal could ask to include Joaquin Correa in a swap deal, and that Torreira is on the top of the list of Maurizio Sarri's shopping list at Lazio. So that's now two Italian sources confirming the same thing. But talking about sources, Fabrizio Romano says that Arsenal have not opened talks with Lazio for Joaquin Correa despite the rumours, and he is not even considered as a target as of today. But he has confirmed that Lazio are interested in Lucas Torreira, but Arsenal asked for 20 million euros to sell him. It's a complicated deal and no chance if the price doesn't change. Richard Garlick has got so much on his plate right now. He has to negotiate player sales, he has to negotiate player signings as well, and at the same time trying to get the best possible deal for Arsenal Football Club. But in terms of Lucas Torreira, do let me know your thoughts down below, and how much do you value the player, and how much money do you want to see Arsenal sell Lucas Torreira for, and would you be for a swap deal of a Joaquin Correa, a striker, and a Lucas Torreira, a defensive midfielder? Sacha Tavaleri out of Belgium says that nothing is done yet with Lokonga to Arsenal, but everything is progressing quite well. I do believe that Arsenal are close to signing Albert Sambi Lokonga from Anderlecht, and it's just a matter of Arsenal agreeing the fee with the club, and of course right now Lokonga is on holiday. But I do believe as long as Arsenal can agree that fee and avoid any other clubs coming for the player, we should see Sambi at Arsenal. By saying that, I've heard that Bayern Munich have also put for an offer, but so far that is just a loan offer. But Arsenal, once again, it's over to you, chop and bring Albert Sambi Lokonga to the Emirates Stadium. And moving on to the other Arsenal news today. First things first, on Thomas Partey, zoom. we have gone up there on his new number, as reports have come out claiming Thomas Partey will wear the number 5 shirt next season, and that Partey wore the number with Atletico Madrid and wears the same number for Ghana, but had to settle with 18 because of Socrates already having the number when he joined. Thomas Partey number 5, about time. But while we are on the topic of Mr. Zoom Thomas Partey, do let me know, what are your realistic expectations for this player next season? What do you think is the best position of Thomas Partey? Do you want to see him score goals, improve his attacking game, or do you want to see him as a more defensive minded midfielder as a number 6? My personal target is for him to finally get a shot on target and to finally get his first Arsenal goal. Arsenal defender James Maddison will join Belgian side KV Ostend on a permanent transfer. Football London understands with Arsenal inserting a sell-on clause in the deal and have first options of the player if he leaves the club, and that is coming from the reliable Chris Wheatley. And you know what, in terms of James Maddison, I am low-key sad, but I understand Arsenal here. We've got so many centre-backs on top of the potential signing of Ben White. It was never going to work out for James Maddison at Arsenal, but if he ends up being decent at his new club, then guess what, Arsenal have first dibs on the player. But I do think Arsenal need to be a bit more ruthless when it comes to these younger players. Sell them when you can and get as much money as possible. And on the topic of young players, Reiss Nelson is still mulling over options for a move away from Arsenal. Several suitors in the Bundesliga, including top half teams from last season, Hertha Berlin have a long-standing interest in the winger. Olympiacos are also keen on him. And as sad as it is for your boy, because I rate the player highly, things have not worked out at Arsenal, and we've got so many other wingers like Pepe and Saka, and you can even see Smith Rowe playing there. I want to see Reiss Nelson stay personally, but if he goes, I would not be against it. But what are your own thoughts on Reiss Nelson? Would you keep him? Would you sell him, or would you loan him? And if you were to sell him, how much do you want to see Arsenal get for the player? But there you guys go, that is the video there. And if you have enjoyed, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and while you're down there, press that subscribe button as well. Please follow your boy on them social medias, the links will be down below in the description. But that was the latest Arsenal transfer news today, and as I said, Arsenal, the clock is ticking. I am waiting for some Arsenal players to hold the Arsenal shirt and to announce, to confirm some Arsenal transfers. I will see you guys soon in a bit.